some, this is what happened yesterday. I think I got it. Some, yeah, this is what happened yesterday. Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. I got it. Mic check 1, 2. Mic check 3, 4. Let's see. Yes. Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. I got it. Yeah, we're a good 5 minutes in. Mic check 1, 2. Mic check 3, 4. Let's see. Yeah, I got it. I got it. I got it. Yes. Okay, okay. Look, nothing's ever perfect. Nothing's ever perfect, but it's your man DU, and I'm here to talk some trash. Um, and I'm gonna start it off with Mongo talk. So if we don't know what Mongo talk is, well, Mongo talk started with me. Um, you know, I'm a former sanitation worker, and the stuff that we used to pick up while we was picking up garbage, we called it Mongo. Um, Stuff that we could use, we called it Mongo. Stuff that people seen looked at as garbage, we looked at as treasure, right? Um, Trinkets, like definitely stuff that we could use. So yeah, Mongo talk is me giving you some jewels, trinkets, some stories. I'm definitely talking about today. I'm talking about Clarissa Shields and Layla Ali, and I'm going to talk about Shadeur Sanders, and I'm going to talk about my man Jackson Dart from the Giants, and I'm going to give you my song of the day. And to the uh, to the people that watched this video, I'm gonna thank you in advance for bearing with me, um, getting the sound straight. But first, I want to talk about what's still in play in this summertime. Yo, it's been a hot summer, right? It's been a hot summer, and I mean, it's been hot. I've been all up and down the East Coast, and it's been hot. I mean, from June 28th, I've been to Charlotte, North Carolina. That was my first stop, me and my wife. Soon as work was over for her, we were out. We stopped in Charlotte, North Carolina. We were in the parts of Mooresville, Lake Norman, Huntersville. I got to catch up real quick with my with a good friend who used to live in Brooklyn, but now lives in the Charlotte area. Shout out to Brian McNeil and his beautiful wife, Lisa McNeil. Um, Caught up with them real quick. It was a pleasure seeing them. Then from Charlotte, we went to Augusta, Georgia. So while we were in Augusta, Georgia, we were in Hepzibah, we were in Grovetown, we were in Evans, um, we were in Harlem, Georgia, and talk about hot. It was hot every day. So after leaving Augusta, well, we didn't leave Augusta. We took a trip, maybe about 160, 150 miles, to go see my brother, um, who lives in Hinesville, Georgia. And man, that was a pleasure. That was a pleasure. I haven't seen my brother since he moved to Hinesville, Georgia. It was great to see him. Hinesville, Georgia was hot. And on our way to Hinesville, Georgia, we had to charge our vehicle in Millen, Georgia. Millen, Georgia. Millen, Georgia. I see why Country Wayne worked so hard to get out of Millen, Georgia. Millen, Georgia, and that's all I'll say about Millen, Georgia. I see why Country Wayne worked so hard to get out of Millen, Georgia. But from now, I'm visiting my brother in Hinesville. We come back to Augusta, Georgia. We leave Augusta, Georgia, and we go to Woodbridge, Virginia, where I visit with my nephew, brother-in-law, sister-in-law. Had a great time with them. A lot of fun, lot of laughs. Played some games. Matter of fact, we had a great time playing the Wheel of Fortune. Great family game. You should try it. With your family. Great fun. Then we come back to New York for maybe about a week, and when we came back, it was still hot. It felt like we were bringing the heat. The heat was just traveling with us. It felt like we were bringing the heat from the south back up to the north. For about a week and a half, we chilled out in New York for about a week and a half. Hung out, went to a couple of restaurants, then left for Ocean City, Maryland. And Ocean City, Maryland is a pleasure. On our way to Ocean City, Maryland, I was following my GPS. My GPS had us going on a ferry. So we were on a ferry. I had to put my car on the ferry and travel to Ocean City, Maryland. Which before you enter Ocean City, there's a whole other bunch of like little towns and beaches. It's a whole beach community. I mean, great place to take your family. And again, we went, visited family. Matter of fact, we were on a road trip. With my other brother-in-law and sister-in-law. Shout out to the Grants. Woody Woo. Nah, let me not say Woody Woo. I've been watching too much Joe Biden. But yeah, and matter of fact, and while road tripping, I was in constant contact with my daughter and my son, and we had this conversation about Clarissa Shields versus Layla Ali, right? Because I believe during that time frame, Clarissa Shields fought Lonnie Daniels, right? She beat Lonnie Daniels all 10 rounds, won the fight, and right after the fight, not too long after the fight, Clarissa calls out Layla Ali, right? Like, hey, Layla, my people got the money up. I talked to my people, we got the money up. We got $15 million for this fight, right? And so I'm telling my daughter, I'm like, yo, I don't want to see this fight, really, right? This is not that I don't want to see it, but there's no way Layla Ali is going to beat Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields at this time right now is 30 years old. Layla Ali is 47. This is not a George Foreman comeback. George Foreman wasn't even this old. Matter of fact, by the time they fight, Layla Ali will probably be either 48 or 49. And Clarissa Shields will either be 31 or 32. Clarissa Shields will still be will still be a young woman. There's no way Layla Ali is beating Clarissa Shields. Layla Ali has not fought competitively for 17 years. She's on the Food Network cooking. Yes, Layla Ali, when she was fighting competitively, crazy knockout power, extremely talented as a fighter, but she has not been competitive in the fight game for 17 years. 24-0, 24-0 Layla Ali is 21 knockouts. Um, yeah, like you can't deny her talent, right? You can't deny her talent. But for someone that hasn't been fighting competitively for 17 years, to think they're going to go in the ring and beat a young, hungry, fierce Clarissa Shields is crazy. It's crazy. Clarissa Shields, what, 17-0? Granted, only 3 knockouts. She doesn't have the knockout power of a Layla Ali, but still, she's active. She's young. She's been competing. There's no way I can see this being a serious fight. I can't see this being a serious fight. I can't see, like, if you want to make a comparison, we all saw how the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight went down. It was just a big payday. It was a big payday for Mike. Mike at 58 years old wasn't the Mike at 28, right? I mean, us old timers, we sat back and was wishing upon a star like, yo, you know what? Mike is gonna do this boy dirty. Not the case. Not the case at all. Wasn't happening. So for us to think that a Layla Ali, who's on the Food Network channel, who hasn't been competitively fighting for 17 years, is going to walk in and beat a hungry young woman such as such as Clarissa Shields, no way, no how. No way, no how. Because we all know, like, no matter how you put it, this sports game is a young person's game. You could talk basketball, you could talk baseball, boxing, especially boxing, come on, and football. And look, when you start talking about football, you gotta mention, we have to mention Shadeur Sanders. Shadeur Sanders. For those who might have been under a rock, most of us know what's happening. What happened to Shadeur Sanders? Shadeur Sanders was drafted in the 5th round. It stopped. They made sure they dropped his stock. A potential first round pick got picked in the 5th round. Something that some people say they never saw before. But he came out in the Browns' first preseason game, started, and he showed everybody he wasn't a 5th round draft choice. Now, granted, I was saying, yo, at least he's in the NFL. And maybe he is a 5th round draft choice. But when you watch that young man perform on the field, he wasn't a 5th round draft choice. You could tell he got shafted, right? You could tell he got shafted. You could tell that the owners in the NFL were trying to teach someone a lesson. This was planned. That was planned. That wasn't them saying, hey, Shadeur Sanders is definitely a fifth-round talent. We're going to see if he can make it in the NFL. Shadeur Sanders is the best quarterback the Cleveland Browns have on that roster. Don't talk to me about Joe Flacco. How old is Joe Flacco? 60? Come on. They're not riding or trying to bring in a fan base on the arm of Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco had his time. Joe Flacco's time is about over, man. Joe Flacco is a senior citizen in the NFL. Was Joe Flacco good in his time? Yeah. But Joe Flacco is a senior citizen in the NFL. And don't let me get to talking about Dylan Gabriel. Gabriel looked shaky out there 2 nights ago. A fumble, an interception, no touchdowns. And they gave him more than an opportunity. More than an opportunity to get it done. And he just doesn't fit the bill. And then Gabriel tries to throw a shot. It was a shot. At the end of the game, knowing he know his performance on the field was subpar. Said some people entertain, others compete. But let me tell you something, young fella. You didn't entertain and you didn't compete. You tried to compete. Because in the back of his mind, while he was being interviewed, he knew his performance wasn't up to par to a Shadeur Sanders. He knew after he got off that field that, hey, I'm not a lock. I'm not a shoo-in for this starting position. And for some mysterious reason, Shadeur wasn't playing in the second game because of an oblique injury. I wonder, did he have a true injury, or did the Cleveland Browns just shut Shadeur down? This is going to be interesting to look at. But now, on the other end of the spectrum, for those that know me, know I'm a straight New York Giant fanatic. New York Giant fanatic. The only other team that I'm probably more fanatic about, more crazy about, is the New York Knicks. So when you talk about sports, it's, for me, like my fandom, it's the Knicks, Giants, then the Mets. So we all know right now, Russell Wilson is the starting and will be the starting quarterback for the New York Giants. But that will be short-lived. I want to tell Sierra and Russell Wilson, love you as a couple, but enjoy New York right now while you can. Because Jackson Dart is the future. Jackson Dart is the future of the New York Giants. Jackson Dart, the first preseason game, right? When he came in, totally impressive. The boy played at Ole Miss, but he got New York written all over him. He got the look, he got the swag, he got the game. Two nights ago, did Russell Wilson throw a great pass? Yeah, 70-yard bomb? Yeah. And then Jackson Dart comes in the game. Gets a rushing touchdown and a throwing touchdown. Composed. What was he, like 14 for 16 in limited action? 137 yards. Jackson Dart is the truth. Now, for those that don't know, got a Talking Trash group on Facebook. Shout out to everybody in the Talking Trash group. If you're on Facebook, I suggest that you join this group. Now, I'm going to say this. This group is not for the weak at heart, right? It gets kind of rough in there, especially like we get to that time, football season coming in, basketball season's coming back. You know, it's summertime right now. People enjoying themselves. You know, everybody's been kind of lighthearted. But now that football season's coming back, basketball season's coming in. We got the Canelo Bud fight, right? Coming up. It's going to get a little rough in that Talking Trash group. So if you join, have some thick skin. Get a little rough sometime. But recently, and I'm going to I put up a post, a real, nothing big. I mentioned Jackson Dart, right? And I want to make sure what I said is right. I don't want to get it wrong. Okay, I said I may be early on this, and I know it's preseason, but Jackson Dart looks good, man. This was the first preseason game. So, and again, shout out to Facebook, because, like some of the guys that are the people that, we played tag with, and Scully, basketball, and touch football with. We can keep in contact with, They may live in other parts of the country, we all older now, We're not preteens anymore, We're not teenagers. But through Facebook, we're able to keep in contact. And good friend of mine, love this guy. We played many days and nights on the basketball court, playing pickup basketball. My man Dane. Ain't gonna shout out his last name. My man Dane. He responded when I said this about Jackson Dart. He said, mostly check down passes. Chill, dog. He said, mostly check down passes. Chill, dog. All right. And I responded. I said, yo, you think I'm jumping the gun? He didn't respond. So I looked at it as how he said it. Chill, dog. And Jackson Dart comes in and has another impressive performance. Preseason game 2. Now I want to say this. Russell Wilson, Sierra, and Jordan New York. And I'm going to make a prediction. It's a 17-game season, right? The Giants are going to come out the gate, first 7 games. I'm going to make a prediction. They're going to be 3-4. That's not going to be good enough for the New York fan base. The New York fan base is not going to support Russell Wilson at 3-4. They're not going to be 6-1. They're not going to be 5-2. They're not going to be 7-0. I'm going to make a prediction. The New York Giants is going to come out the gate 3-4. And at that time, Jackson Dart will be inserted into the starting lineup. The future for the New York Giants will hit the field at quarterback around Game 7 of the NFL season. This boy got the goods. Danny Dimes didn't look like this in his rookie season. We wanted Danny Dimes to look like this. Danny Dimes didn't look like this in his second season. Danny Dimes didn't look like this in his third season. And I'm not jumping the gun. Jackson Dart is ready. And the time of a quarterback sitting for a year, sitting for two years, and learning the game, the NFL game, those days are over. That's not happening. Now, by some chance, if Russell Wilson comes out the gate 7-0, yeah, maybe Jackson Dart will sit for a season. But we know that's not from the season the Giants had last year. They're not coming out the gate. They're not coming out the gate 7-0. They're not coming out the gate 6-1. They're going to struggle. They're going to be mediocre. Russell Wilson is just keeping Jackson Dart starting position warm. So get ready for the Dart era. All right? Get ready for the Dart era. And I look forward to the comments and the talking trash group as well. Yo, it's your man DU. But hold up, before I'm out, let me give you my song of the day. This was inspired by Cardi B because she took incredible song that Jay-Z did. She did it over, Imaginary Players. So it made me go back and listen to Reasonable Doubt. But for some reason, I can't get back. I can't get past Politics as Usual. I got it on repeat. I'm listening to Politics as Usual by Jay-Z. That's my song of the day. Politics as Usual. Yo, it's your man DU. I'm here talking trash. I'm out. Y'all have a great Monday. Take care.